If I look different, it's because I'm actually wearing earrings for once. Since all of my jewelry has gone missing, I finally bought myself some new earrings. So hello, how are we doing today? I've tried quite a lot of new products and I just want to show you what's really worth the hype, what's not, what worked for me, what didn't. Talk about the new e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealers. I first got this shade. This is in the shade Fair Beige. I'm on the lighter side of the shade spectrum. Usually this is my shade. I tried it. This thing is like a mask. It's so thick, so full coverage. I mean, it blended, but it was so thick that it was really hard to blend in with my foundation color underneath. So I had to get a darker shade, and I am not this color shade in any other concealer line. This is in the shade Medium Sand. These retail for $5. e.l.f. Cosmetics most full coverage longwear formula ever. Camouflage those pesky spots and under eye circles with this high coverage, crease resistant 16-hour wear camo concealer. It is crease resistant. I find that to be true. It's not crease proof. There is a difference. A little bit of this goes a very long way. Just be careful with your shade because like I said, I'm usually Fair Beige in any other brand. So definitely go a shade darker than you think. This product blew up because Jeffree Star did a video on it, and so it's been sold out multiple times, several times. It's the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This stuff does actually work, and I'm kind of surprised that it does. It's $8. This is purely and only for your pores. It does not mattify you at all. It is a velvet feel. It's not silicone-y, which is great. And I have found that this does not work with other primers. So a lot of the times I like to use a poreless primer and then an hydrating primer over top. This does not work with another primer, so this has to work solo. I have another primer that I'm sure you've heard so much about, the good and the bad. Well, I'm here to tell you the good. It's the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I think this has caused such a rave in the beauty community because there is seriously nothing like this. There's so many primers out there. There's nothing like this primer. It is so ridiculously sticky. If you don't like sticky things on your face, this, honey, it's not for you. And the ingredients. A hydrating makeup gripping primer formulated with hemp-derived cannabis seed extract and blue agave extract for all-day hydration and hold. My makeup does last longer with this. Putting on foundation, you can see that the primer is just really like gripping to it. It almost reminds me of a spider web because it's so sticky. I just need to find a pore-filling primer to put on first and then this on top that works and meshes together because again, I tried that with the e.l.f. primer. It did not work. It is $30. It's a little pricier. It was worth it. I would definitely repurchase it. I know there's not a lot of BB cream girls out there. At least I don't think there are. A lot of people don't even know what a BB cream or a CC cream is. I love BB creams, especially now I'm living in a very humid state. I don't want a full coverage face. I just don't. I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I just want to scratch my face. So I've been trying out some BB creams and I really was surprised at this e.l.f. BB cream. This has to be the most full coverage BB cream I've ever tried. It's not full coverage, like full coverage foundation. It's more so comparable to a medium to full coverage foundation, but for a BB cream, this is really impressive. You really can just squirt it on, use your hands. That's what I usually do with BB creams. Like I just put it on my hands, massage it into my skin like it's a moisturizer or something. BB creams do most of the time have SPF in it, which is another plus for summertime. You want something lighter feeling on your face, and it has sunscreen so it protects you from those damaging sun rays. Should I do all my hits first? Okay, yeah. I'm gonna do all my hits first and then my misses later. I don't know what took me so long to buy this bronzer, okay? So I have a makeup list on my phone that's like products I eventually want to buy, and I don't get paid a lot of money, you know, with bills and all that sort of adulting things. I'm slowly crossing off things on that list. I've had this on my list for probably about a year now, but I finally got it. It's a Too Faced Soleil bronzer. I got mine in milk chocolate. Online it looks so light. I almost got, what was the next shade, medium? And I almost got that one, but I'm so glad I got milk chocolate because it looks so light. But when you apply it on your face, it's like, whoa, this is actually a lot more orange than I thought. Does smell like chocolate. This packaging, it's like, it's so easy to open, it's hard. So it's so little, right? And you have like big fingers, so you grasp it all around, and all you have to do is pull up this heart, but because your fingers are on both of the sides, it's so hard to open. You have to like really just grasp it like that and like pull, like it's so easy, it's so hard, it's it's ridiculous. Like it's just a magnetic, there we go. It's just a magnetic heart, but it's so hard to open for some reason. I got 2 new powders and I love them. I love my Milani. That has been with me for so long. It's like, it's really just a powder that's in my heart. But she was more of a crush and I needed to find love. This is the Too Faced Born This Way powder. This, it's gorgeous. No other powder sets my face like this one does. It instantly mattifies, but not in a gross powdery cakey way, especially me being more oily in a humid state. I just put this all over my face. I don't necessarily bake with it. I just set my whole face with this. After spraying it with some of my facial sprays, my skin looks so healthy. It looks so put together. Some translucent powders take away pigment on your face. So it kind of deadens the pigment of the foundation a little bit. And this, I find, does not do that at all. It is a powder that goes over your foundation, but it still clearly leaves the same shade and tone of the foundation through. It's so good. Next powder. I was really excited to get this. This is the new Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder. I have mine in the shade Lavender. I love that she has 8 different shades of powders because there's just so many different skin tones out there. So I'm really glad she did that. Another cool thing about this is that it did come with one of those things that were in the Too Faced container, which I really like. I will use this once I go traveling with it, but it's just been sitting in a desk, so it hasn't had a chance to really get messy. It is a translucent powder. It has the tiniest shift of lavender to it, but I love that because I am cool toned. I'm cool toned neutral, if that makes sense. Like I'm really like, I'm smack dab in between cool toned and neutral tone. This brightens up my under eye so well, so perfectly. My under eyes look so soft. They do not look dry at all. And I actually really enjoy baking with this, which I'm not a huge baker. For this eye look today, I actually baked under my eyes and left the powder on to catch any fallout because we all know that I always get fallout. It does have the most tiniest, purest, clean scent. You just smell it and it's like, I'm clean. I just got out of the shower. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know how I feel about this foundation. I turn into a radiant goddess when I put this on. It is the Tarte Babasu Found Sealer foundation, a vegan makeup and skincare hybrid that's an everyday foundation for achieving an ultra comfortable, natural, radiant finish and custom coverage. It's also gluten-free for my fellow gluten-free people out there. It does have a natural, radiant finish, so I definitely do have to set this with the Too Faced powder. And it lasts a pretty good time. I find myself comparing this to my Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation, just because the Healthy Foundation is like my staple foundation. If a foundation is comparable to the Healthy Foundation, I know it's a good one. This one is just more dewy and more radiant, which is fine. I just have to use more powder, but it makes my skin look amazing. About freaking time. Too Faced. Too Faced Better Than Sex eyeliner. She claims to be waterproof, extreme long wear for 24 hours, non-fading, flake-proof, smudge-proof, intense pigment load. Shake me baby before each use. Smudge-proof? Well, it is when I'm wearing it indoors. When I am outside though, it was not totally smudge proof. With my eye shape, I do kind of have hooded eyes. The eyeliner will touch inside my crease when I'm totally looking up and straight. By the end of the day, I did have some transfer up here from the eyeliner, but I was outside all day. It was really humid. I really like it. It's so easy to glide over your eye. I have no eye tugging at all, which is necessary for an eyeliner. Eyeliners and lip liners, like, they have to be creamy. They cannot tug. This has a flexible but not too flexible felt tip. It's really easy to create that sharp wing. This is my new favorite summer lipstick. It's so easy to put on. It's so easy to reapply, which is great because it is a matte. This is the Too Faced Peach Puff Diffuse Matte Color. I have mine in the shade Stoked. A lip color that gives lips a long-wearing, diffused, modern matte look that leaves behind a subtle kiss of feather-resistant color even after a kiss on the lips. It is kiss-proof. It isn't long-wearing though, at all. So after you even drink something, and I drank something through a straw, I think I was drinking an iced coffee. Once you drink something, eat something, it is gone. So then you'll have to reapply it. But that's fine because it is so dang easy to reapply. It has that powdery puff. You twist this up. The shade, I love this shade. It is pretty sheer, but this is just my ideal everyday summer lip shade. My last hit product that I've been enjoying, and I haven't even been using it that long, but once I started using it, I saw a huge difference. This is the Jeans Vitamin E Cream Swiss Collagen Complex Moisturizing Cream for dry and sensitive skin. I got this because of the vitamin E and collagen that's in it. I have not used a lot. Like you can see, I've barely used any. The scent, I'm not a huge fan of. It smells like regular Jergens. It says it's fragranced with essential oils, but it just smells like a regular lotion to me. But this moisturizes me like no other moisturizer. It's crazy because throughout the day, I have to reapply moisturizer or lotion to have my baby soft skin that I really like. I like to apply this after the shower at night, sleep in it. I put a little bit more on, especially my shins and calves because they're really dry in the morning, and then I don't have to reapply anymore. And I have super soft skin the rest of the day. This stuff, I really like it. I have to be honest though, I tried looking it up online. There's nowhere on the packaging that says it. I have no idea if this is cruelty free or not. I have no idea, and I'm hoping and praying it is because it's so good and the ingredients are so pure in it. I got this for $7 at Sam's Club, which is a complete steal because on Amazon it's $16.65. And on its website, it's $38.74. I got this thing for $7. It's really good. If you have a Sam's Club membership, definitely check this out. So these next few products, I just wasn't impressed. Either I wasn't impressed or they just plain out did not work for me. Some of them are products I would use, but I have to be careful, or I have to be very picky with how I use them. The first one being, which it kind of breaks my heart because I was so excited to try this, the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek Tint in the shade Perk. It's just a beautiful corally summer shade to put on your cheeks and lips. It's pretty, okay? But I can't dig with the formula. I wish this was the same formula as a cream bronzer because it's actually a cream. It blends out wonderfully. I think because it says it's a lip and cheek, they messed with the formula. So it's definitely more of a gloss texture. Just more glossy. It's so much more sticky. Like, I don't know, it's really pretty. I can't do a full-on glam face and put this on. It totally took away my foundation and concealer and the coverage. It just doesn't build well on other products, so I really have to be minimalistic with my base makeup. in order for me to actually wear this. It does shear out really easily, which is also kind of a bummer to me. Like I want it to shear out some, but it shears out to almost nothing and I have to reapply it maybe 3 or 4 times. On the lips, it looks like you have nothing on, so I rarely put this on my lips. I just wish the formula was different and more of a cream instead of this sticky gloss, because no one wants to put sticky gloss on their cheeks. This next product was a true disappointment. A true disappointment. I am in a search of a new primer. I'm more oily because I live in a more humid state. So I was so excited to see that First Aid Beauty came out with a new primer. It's Pores Be Gone Matte Primer with fig extract, oil-free, safe for sensitive skin. It sucks. Yeah, it filled in my pores, some of them. I wasn't totally poreless. I love the scent of it. It reminds me of the Too Faced Do You foundation, that kind of cucumber clean scent it has. I love the scent of it, but that's about the only thing I love about it. When I first put this on, it's all good, I'm loving it, and then it starts to literally crumble into little bits and pieces. For $28, no. So I am definitely returning. It did not work for me, and I want my money back. I got this a while ago, and it's kind of like a little sample thing. I used it and it works, but it feels so gross. Like so gross, I wouldn't use it again, even though it did its job. It's the Not Your Mother's Beach Babe Texturizing Hair Cream. I was expecting a cream, like it says. It's like a weird thick gel. It did not feel right. Massaging it into my hands and putting it in my hair. Once it was in my hair, it's like I need to take a shower and wash my hair right now. It's not even worth returning. I'm just gonna toss it. Another thing that I will probably use because it does work, I just have to be careful with it. It's the new Essence I Love Extreme Curl and Volume Mascara. I love their normal I Love Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara. This stuff is just a staple for me in my whole makeup collection. I never use an eyelash curler, so I mean, I want to see if this actually curls my eyelashes, and it does. It's a really cool wand. It's definitely not the same formula as the original. It's just a bit more thin, and so almost every single time I use this, I always get it on my eyeshadow, on my eyelid. It creates a very messy situation, usually a frustrating situation. So I usually only use this when I have bare lids. I don't have any eyeshadow on. I've used this at least 20 times now. I think there was one time I was able to not get any on my eyelids. This little guy, I mean, it works, but I prefer my Essence Make Me Brows Brow Gel. This is the e.l.f. Wow Brow. He's a cute little dude. I have mine in the shade Taupe. It works. It has these little fibers in it, which I don't mind for my brows. I only hate fibers in mascaras. So brow gels, it's fine. It doesn't stay all throughout the day like my Make Me Brow does. And the Make Me Brow is actually cheaper than this little guy. When I first moved to North Carolina, I noticed my skin clearing up. It hasn't been perfectly clear in a while, so I was getting really excited, but then all of a sudden I was starting to get acne again. It's like my skin first moved here and was like, ooh, a new environment, I'm gonna clear up. Oh, I'm used to it now, so now I'm gonna continue with the acne. So I decided to try out blemish patches, like acne, those little acne patches, and I did. These ones did not work. It's the Miss Spa Clear Blemish Patches. I can never say that word, penetrates pores to reduce acne and calm redness, which is true. That acid does help with acne, but for some reason this just didn't really help with my acne spots at all. Last product I'm going to talk about, and it is last for a reason because it's just pitiful. I don't even know how they're selling it or how it has so many good reviews on Ulta. It's just, this is a disappointment in a bottle. I fake tan because I can't tan naturally, okay? Money's kind of tight, you know? You just moved to a new area. I haven't found a new job yet. It's tight. So I was like, you know, I can't afford a $40 to $60 tanning mousse. I'm gonna try this $12.99 one. I've learned my lesson. Don't be cheap. St. Maurice tanning mousse. I have mine in the shade dark. They have shades medium and dark. I've heard medium does absolutely nothing. so I got dark. It says streak free, lie, wash off guide color, dermatology tested with olive milk and vitamin E. Sounds great, except it's not. When I put this on the first time, I was really excited because it did look really, really freaking dark. Okay, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna achieve my dark dreams with this. I left it on overnight, woke up the next morning, took a shower. All the pigment, pretty much all of it, washed off. Like, I understand mousses, a lot washes off. You see in the shower, a lot of it washes off, but then you're left with like a bronzy stain on your skin. No, this literally just washed off. Because I'm so white, I was maybe stained a little bit, but it lasted maybe 2 days. Of course, I always put lotion on my knees, ankles, elbows. Those are the areas that it's more easy to stain. No matter what lotion I use, how much lotion I use, this continued to stain pretty much just those areas and nothing else. So my knees, my ankles were this beautiful tan color, but my calves and shin were like my regular white color. It was so streaky. It was so runny, but it dries so fast, so it's so hard to rub in. Even, you know, I take my time with those little circles. No, it's just a streaky, gross disaster mess. Do not buy it. I got it in the mail with this, like this. It didn't have a cap on it. The undershade is green. I understand why it's so cheap now. I had to stop using that because it was a disaster and embarrassing. I don't want to use that. It's obvious I was fake tanning. I had to go ahead and buy my ride or die tanning mousse. And this one is the Saint Tropez. I can't say this name either. Saint Tropez. This is the advanced 1 hour tan. This is where you have it on for 1 hour. You're light but bronze. The 2 hour is your medium and 3 hours you're dark. I sleep with this on because I want to be as dark as possible. This is the darkest it makes me. I'm just really fair, but that's fine. I don't want to be too tan, too fake, you know? I love this. It's the Self Tan Express. It works so well. It really is streak free. I have no problems with this whatsoever. I use this tanning mousse on my wedding day. So if you guys have seen my wedding video that's here on YouTube, you can go see that video and see how beautifully even my tan looks. This stuff really is good. This is $40, around $40, so it is pricey. However, it does last me a while. So there are some products for you that I tried. A lot of them I did really like, but there were actually a lot more than I was expecting. Well, when you get something, you never expect to not like it. I've been planning this video waiting to film this video for at least 3-4 months now just so I can accumulate more products to show you guys. I know I have a sad life. I love to show you guys products that I absolutely love and is dear to my heart. There's so many products out there. I love watching videos like these to see what products are actually worth getting. So I wanted to give you my honest opinion about these products. Is it just the money behind the product, advertising it to be this amazing product, or does it actually suck? Like, I want to be able to give you guys these honest answers. So I hope you guys like this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.